sleep around with your broke ass. Every election. So now, because they can't beat me, they got to do this smear campaign to convince public opinion that I'm bad for them.
So you said 2 elections. You were first elected in 2021?
No, 2013 was my first election for trustee. I was a trustee. I sat where they are.
Right.
That's why I know the law.
Council.
Yes.
Elected mayor 2021.
Yes.
Term is 4 years?
Yes.
Okay. Plans of running for re-election?
I'm running for both my seats. And I'm going to win them.
So, and when is the election for Thornton Township?
2025.
So those elections at the same time?
They are.
Bullshit. A bullshit. A bullshit. A bullshit.
Okay, next.
I could not be here breathing and be comfortable if I was really as bad as they was making it. You know, nobody could be around me. So for me to be this calm, I must have some kind of inner peace. And my inner peace is knowing that once everybody take the time to really see what type of person I am, you'd be surprised that I stuck around this long. I have to make the life that I do live as happy as I can and try to do the best with what I have. You know, live the best life I can live, be as happy as I can be. Nothing is perfect for anybody. I don't know.
Boys, I swear, I think I figured it out. You know why they don't want us redneck brothers and sisters and the hood brothers and sisters getting along? You know why? Because we'd be unstoppable. I'm telling you right now, we would shut shit down.
Yes, yes, I'm coming in like a DJ. Hey, blessings. I am back. Look, hold up. Wait, my shirt everything how it's supposed to. I ain't trying to be naked, but my stuff had to be nice. I came in all messed up, like, hey, how you doing, guys? Are you here for round 2? I hope you're here for round 2. Tonight was officially supposed to be the Dalton and Thornton deep dive that I started to do weekly. You know, it's been hard for me to cover them every single time something happens. So I try to pick out the most important things, also follow up on some of the subjects that I already presented to you. So what I told you guys in the last live is that we will be going over 2 cases that is related to Dalton, okay? But before we do that, I'm like, y'all know I was hunting before, right? And I was like, wait, we got to find it. So we did have some questions. So some of those individuals was here on the last live. Yes, yes, yes. Welcome back. Now, y'all know what I'm going to do. If this live is extra, extra long, we're going to split it up, and each subject is going to be on a separate live like throughout the week because everybody going to be having their holiday and stuff like that, okay? But what I found was actually some of the questions that people were asking related to the trustees and their position in townships. So I'm going to put it on the screen. This is from Justia Law. Let me see. We have a few things to show you, okay? I'm like, oh, you found it. Okay, so this is the township board. This is Illinois compound statute, township code. So this is official information. This is like first level information. Even if it's on just the U.S. law, they are a great resource. So to the township board meeting officers. And this is what I think highlighted. How many times can a trustee miss a meeting? So give me 1 second. Charges, township clerk. Hold on 1 second. I had it up. The surplus, advisors, hold on. Annual budget, multi-township, payment and accounts, township clerk aboard, levy, township charges. It was something on this page that I wanted to show you. Verification of accounts. Commission's account. Hold on. Give me 1 second because I had it ready. Hold on. Let me make sure I have it. Do I have another one up? Give me 1 second. I have a few up. Give me 1 second. Trust me, I keep adequate records. I have another one up. Fiduciary, second public acts. Give me 1 second. This was, I found it. This is about the quorum. This is the one I wanted to show y'all later. The board meetings in township upon request. Oh, dang it. It's right here in front of my face with my blind self. That's why I had these glasses right here ready. I said, just in case my little blurry vision. Okay. I had it. I was like, what is on this page? Y'all know I was doing a short little research. Let me see. Can I make this a little bit bigger for you guys? These are the people that had those questions. This is a little bit bigger. Okay, so this is just the board meeting, township and road district accounts. And then it went down into township board declare vacancy. This is part C, okay, of this. It says township board may declare vacancy in the office of township supervisor or trustee if the supervisor or trustee has 5 or more consecutive unexcused absence. So we were talking, I said 3. You remember I made a guess and said 3? It's 5, okay? So that's probably why she's trying to push these things through. So how many times did Gonzalez miss and how many times did Carmen miss? If y'all know, put it in the chat, because this is what we were trying to figure out. How long can we play Russian roulette? Because we understand why they're doing it, but we wanted to see like what may be coming up. So this is section 8-10C. I know I'm gonna find it. The trustee, the township board may declare vacancy in the office of township supervisor or trustee if the supervisor or trustee has 5 or more consecutive unexcused absence from regular scheduled town board meeting. The township board may adopt rules not inconsistent with the code to govern its meetings. The rules may provide for an excused absence of a supervisor or trustee from township board meeting. So we need to know what is Thornton Township Board meeting rules and regulation related to absences. So this is in relation to state law, but you know that the town makes its own codes, and those codes is maybe a little different from here as long as it comply. Okay, they can't say, oh, if they miss 3 days, then that person, spot is up, because that's not conducive to this law. But we have to figure out what is Thornton Township. So any residents that live out there, definitely you want to double check that to make sure that Carmen and Gonzalez is okay. Y'all see I had to put the glasses on. I could not find it. Thank you guys for having patience for me. Thank you. Thank you. I also found something else. Now we got another document to show you. OMA reference guide. Found it. And I found this PowerPoint. In the PowerPoint, we ain't gonna go through all of it. I'm gonna tell you why, because I gotta pre-read this PowerPoint. Okay. So let me see. Hold on 1 second, y'all, because I don't want to do what I was doing looking for it. Oh, okay. It's quorum. This is page 19. So this document is the OMA reference guide. And if you don't know what that is, this is a reference guide to Illinois Open Meetings Act. Okay. So this is a copy of that. I can put that as reference for the residents. But in my short scanning, I just wanted to go to quorum requirements. Now, how I scan documents, just to let y'all know, I know people are like, why are you going to tell us how to do it, how to read? But it's really easy. You look at the table of contents, and then you go to, just the titles. And then once you go to the title, you kind of know what you're looking at. The first paragraph should have the synopsis, then it has some supporting sections, something like that. And that's how I look at every document. So when I go through things fast, I literally like, blah, 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 blah. So just to give y'all a little tip on how I get to it, what is a meeting, the basic things here, where to post meeting notice, agenda content. I found a PowerPoint that highlights some questions that people may ask that we're going to look at. And then this one was quorum requirements on 19, reasons for holding closed meetings. We're going to get into that. Let me see if there's anything. Remote attendance. Let me write that down, because I didn't. Now, this is like everything that I'm showing you guys is like a blind reaction, kind of. because I didn't pre-read all this stuff. Okay, I've been going through stuff, but I'm on task. So we're gonna go into page 38, duties. Remote attendance. Public access, counselor request for failure to comply. Consequences. 48. All right. So let's get to page 19, 38, and 48 before we get into this. Okay. Please hit the like button if you like the information that I share here. I'm so grateful. You know, I pray for Dalton and Thornton, but I really like to share this type of information. I'm a geek. Look, I'm about to have my glasses like this. I'm like, don't do it. Fix it. Don't do the old lady glasses. Let me stop. I hope you guys are having a great night. Thank you for being with me. Let's get to page 19. And this is for the residents that's out there that has some questions. Okay, so page 19 is talking about the quorum requirements. Now, it didn't go into detail, but if I could pull up the law, and it may go more in detail, but here it says, except as otherwise provided in the OMA, a quorum of members of the public body must be physically present at the location of the meeting. Now, we mentioned that in the last live. So this was also, we're going to get more into that, but this was also reason to hold closed meetings. So remember, I was like, somebody getting fired, something going on. So it says employee matters. You know, that is one of them. And it says that the appointment is one of the reasons, employment, compensation, discipline, performance, dismissal of a specific employee, individuals who serve as independent contracts in parks, recreational, educational settings, volunteers of a public body or legal counsel for the public body, including hearing testimony on complaints lodging against an employee. So there's a few reasons. So we're just trying to figure out about the 1, 2, and 3, what they got going on in Thornton. It does have to do with an employee. Is it more lawsuits coming in? Is the 1, 2, and 3? No, it's not these lawsuits I'm showing you tonight, because these are Dalton. So we're just trying to kind of keep our eye on what's going on, because I bet you even when they in the closed meeting, the Carmen and Gonzalez probably still don't get disclosed the information they supposed to. So this booklet, I'm going to go into more detail, is 99 pages. It talks about security matters, the procedures. So these are some of the things that I think this booklet is going to be able to answer a lot of questions. Let me kind of scan through this and see if there's anything I could kind of touch before I hit the PowerPoint that I found. I don't know who put this PowerPoint together, but I'm a little scared. Y'all. The PowerPoint is on point. I'm going to just tell y'all that. I'm about to block Tiffany off my page. Okay. Establish and reserve or settlement claims. Also, I want to get to touch bases with about a case. Professional ethics. Okay, let me see if there's anything here that I could just highlight before we go on to the next thing. And this is all about the Open Meetings Act. So if there's any questions y'all have actually about the Open Meetings Act, let me know. Put it in the comments. And I will look for it for you guys. I'll make a look for it tonight if y'all put it in fast enough. Shout out to you, Christopher. Please keep doing you on here. What is Tiff up to now? She should be shook by now. We love you out here in the hood, South Central. Love you, Christopher. I mess with you. Thank you, Los Angeles. I'm glad I could bring a diverse, how can I say, community here, and get people who they thought that may not be interested in what's going on in politics, what's going on locally around us. We have a diverse amount, because I'm so diverse. We even got the hood up in here. You know what I'm saying? Smart, intellectual hood. Because those in the hood. Let me stop. Anyway, moving forward, this is the PowerPoint that I wanted to share with you. So thank you, Christopher. I appreciate you. Thank you guys for being here. Now, this PowerPoint right here, I'm going to show y'all a little bit of it, but honestly, it has a lot of questions that are kind of trip up the trustees. Like it gives like suggestions for Tiffany. I'm just going to be honest. I started reading and I was like, ooh, Okay, so this is Illinois. This isn't related to Illinois. Someone put this. So Robert Porter and Kefter, Carolyn Kefter. So I don't know if they're lawyers. I think this is from a law firm. Hold on one second. I'm trying to see because I had did a basic search. So I think it's from a law firm out there. And they just kind of did a breakdown. It's like 108 PowerPoints highlighting some questions people may have about notice, minutes, agenda, public comment, remote participation. So that was one of the things that we kind of wanted to talk about: closed session, training, website posts and requirements, voting, recording minutes. So the remote participation is one, but then I noticed it was like started off with a bunch of questions. So it was like, who controls what appears on the agenda? So these are basic questions that people may have, which was good. The development of posts of the agenda is controlled by the full board and can be assigned to various parties. In most towns, the supervisor or the clerk prepare the agenda. The agenda should contain items requested by any member of the board. The participation of the agenda, the preparation of the preparation of the agenda can by ordinance be given to any named person or position. By obligation would be the same. So everybody has the right to put things on the agenda. So these are some things I'm just going to kind of run through. Is the supervisor the only one who can call a special town board meeting? No. They had the answer to that a little bit more. When can we call an emergency meeting? While a special meeting requires a 48-hour advance notice, the emergency meeting can be called on short practical notice. Although notification must be made, all board members posted and given the members of the press that have properly asked for notification of the meeting. The court will likely overrule actions taken in an emergency meeting if there is no true emergency. Okay. I'm just, because, she keep calling these emergency meetings, but I think her grounds is that they're not showing up. I'm over here thinking. So these have some good questions, but then it get a little nerve wracking. It says, can the supervisor refuse to allow the board to discuss or act on any issues? No, they cannot do that. She can't shut them down like she do. Shut them up. The supervisor cannot refuse to allow the board to discuss or act on any issues. His action to do so can be overridden. Okay, so long as she's letting them put their stuff on the agenda and they're getting their words out, because she be trying to shut people down. Okay, so can the supervisor veto a legislative action? So that's the trustees action. Okay, can the supervisor veto that? So, and then I think I answered. I was trying to look for what was their position if Henry put somebody in place. I think it's somewhere in here. And it says no, the supervisor has no veto power. So the things that they actually get through, I think this is the same thing that happens in Thornton. Is like applies the same way. You see, when House can get things through because he voted it in, and she can't veto it afterwards. The supervisor as a presiding officer always call on his. Okay, so this was a question. It says it says the supervisor as the presiding officer always calls on his supporters on the board first. Can he do so? So that's Tiffany. I was like, who put this together? And they say yes. The supervisor probably can choose who he wishes to call upon first to address the particular issue. No statutory or constitutional problem will occur if the member of the board talks. Different positions are also allowed to speak. That's why she always be letting Thicket and the Snicker, Keith Price and all of them talk, wear people down, say all this rigmarole, make people forget what they're about to say. That's why she set it up like that. You see what I'm saying? Now, this is where I was like, trustee dysfunction. Can the board pass procedural rules to prevent a trustee from speaking for a long time or repeatedly? Okay, so this is where it gets a little sticky because you start hearing these weird things. I'm like, trustee dysfunction. Okay, hold on, what's going on? So basically, can the board pass a procedure rules to prevent trustees from speaking for a long time or repeatedly? And the answer is yes. All governmental bodies have the ability to adopt procedural rules. You remember when she had changed it from 2 minutes to 3 minutes, 2 minutes to 3 minutes. This is why she was able to do that in Thornton. This is because this one is related to more like a town and trustee with a supervisor, but I assume this will apply somehow to Thornton procedures. So long as the legislative members are giving a reasonable opportunity to speak, limitations may be placed upon duration or frequency. All right. What can we do if the board member disclosed information to the press, which was discussed in closed session? You see what I'm saying? So I was like, oh, I think I need to start reading this before I disclose everything to the audience, because if Tiffany is reading this, it's going to give us some hints and tips. So let me move forward. Board members versus other board members. Okay. So what can we do if two board members hates each other and any statement by one results in an angry statement by another? Now, thicker than a snicker, Keith Price is not a board member, but we still can read it. Debating can be limited at a public meeting, and officials can be publicly contested about their incivility. And that's probably why she has the temporary restraining order. Okay. Can one board member demand another board member answer the question? No. Neither a board member nor a member of the public can demand another board member answer a question. You see why Tiffany don't answer no damn questions? That's why she ain't got to. I know. You see, I don't like. I like to learn what the law is, but I always don't like the law. That's some nonsense. Why have public comments? That's stupidness. All right, let's go into it just a little bit more, and I'm see can I skim through it so we could get into the cases. Like the information that I share and the hunting that I do, and you find that is effective, please hit the like button. I appreciate you guys. Board members versus other board members. Can a trustee demand that her supporters in the audience be allowed to comment repeatedly on issues being considered by the board? No, we know that, but she still do it. Oh, rewind. Wait a minute. How I had to rewind? Like, how many times do thicker than a snicker Keith Price get up there and keep talking? Y'all see my face? Report him. Get him banned. Figure out if that's against the rules. We got it on camera. You find out something every day. So even though he's not a board member, he's part of their staff. I'm over here plotting. All right, let me see what else we got. What can we do if a trustee threatens to hold his breath until he get his way? Oh, my God. Why is the lawyer going to put that on there? Excuse me. Yeah. Okay, we don't like the way the clerk takes the minutes. What can we do about that? The board has the ability to choose the person taking the minutes, and draft minutes are to be reviewed and considered by the body that held the meeting. Well, the only person that had issue with minutes was actually Tiffany when it comes to Thornton. Y'all remember? And she hates the clerk. She said, you don't never write down what I say. You're not doing your job. But guess what? You say too much. Okay. Now let me see. The board member versus the clerk. Let me see. Let's go through this a little bit more. The board versus the press. Do you think we need to read that? Nah, that don't pertain to us right now. We can go over that. I ain't scared, but I ain't talking about that right now. All right. How you like, yeah, you be finding the stuff and telling on everybody. Township versus technology. Let me see if there's anything else that we could kind of show here before we move on to the cases. This was a great PowerPoint. They took a lot to put this together. They put 108 PowerPoints together. Public access counselor versus township. What else we got? Township versus the public. I think it's the people against the people against the supervisor, not the township. So I'm gonna go into that in detail and see that has something to do with us. But I don't think I think, is Tiffany considered the township? I am. Thornton. If I get five, if I get sued, everybody. Is that what she mean? Maybe I'll go into that in the future to see if that applies to her. All right, we're on page 80 of 108. I just want to see if there's anything else good on this PowerPoint, the township versus the court. That's something that we could use as a reference. Techniques that might demolish board controversy. Don't confront people at board meetings. Ooh. Look at that. Okay, look at that. They gave some suggestions like, okay, y'all. All right, this is towards the end. It says techniques that might demolish board controversy. Don't confront people at board meetings with questions they could have been asked prior to meetings. Did Tiffany did this? Let me find out. Tiffany put this in my feeds and said she gonna read it. Techniques that might demolish. Okay, don't spring information on board for the first time at meeting. Okay, that's fair. And that's what Tiffany been doing. Springing information on them. Half information. Okay. Don't reject ideas you didn't think of. Tiff. Now she like everybody try to, what she say? They can't control me. They can't control me. So my ideas are great. It's my vision. I have the vision and you do it. Okay, y'all don't remember that when she was talking about the block by block, where they was trying to get out of her what was the actual structure of the plan so they can kind of look at it, reframe it, add their thing. She said, no, I have the vision and you do it. You get it together, okay? Yeah, that's why your ideas get rejected. Okay. And let's see. It says use the egg timer to delay immediately sending nasty emails. I know that happens a lot over there. Last thing, let's just get to this and then we're going to get to the cases. These are some good suggestions for them. I'm mediating for Thornton and Thornton Trustees. I'm mediating for everybody. Over here, everybody. Okay. All right. Techniques to help diminish board controversy. Really, really listen to compromise suggestions as rare and golden moments. Be willing to admit that your previous held position might have been incorrect. Tiffany? Never yet, bro. Okay, that's just a quote. I'm like, where is that? That person not important. So I'm going to share this with you guys. I'm going to keep this as a reference because we're going to always have some type of question. That is not first level information. Now, when y'all doing research, especially in law, you want to know if, like what I showed you for Justina, that was more close to first level information. That one was from like a law firm. So that was from like second level information from an expert, which is referenceable in court, but it's not the basis. You see what I'm saying? So let me see if there's anything else that I wanted to share with you guys. Y'all know we're going to be flipping back to that book that I showed you at the beginning of the lives to use that as a reference related to some questions that y'all have about Thornton Township. If y'all have any questions, put them at the bottom of the video. And if I can find them when I do my deep dive number 2, we will address those questions. My following is pretty small, but my following, I believe, is the residents of Thornton. And I appreciate you guys. So I do hope that you guys are learning a lot. I stopped the hip hop music a little bit. Y'all see I'm over here craving it, like whatever. But until then, I'm going to see y'all later on this week, possibly on my birthday. And I will will wish y'all a happy pagan Thanksgiving. You know what I'm saying? As long as y'all loving y'all family and living life righteously, I don't care what y'all celebrate. Just do it with love. How about that? So I'll see y'all later on this week. Have a blessed evening, and thank you for being with me for round number 2 tonight.
Hide the money, y'all. There's poor people around.
I could not be here breathing and be comfortable if I was really as bad as they was making it. Nobody could be around me. So for me to be this calm, I must have some kind of inner peace. And my inner peace is knowing that once everybody take the time to really see what type of person I am, you'd be surprised that I stuck around this long.
I have to make the life that I do live as happy as I can and try to do the best with what I have. Live the best life I can live, be as happy as I can be. Nothing is perfect for anybody. I don't.
Boys, I swear, I think I figured it out. You know why? They don't want us redneck brothers and sisters and the hood brothers and sisters getting along. You know why? Because we'd be unstoppable. I'm telling you right now, we would shut shit down.
Would you like to learn a brand new and innovative way to invest your extra money that has a low barrier to entry and low competition? What if I told you that it is a guaranteed method to get up to 18 to 20% return on your investment? Tax lien and deed purchasing is the only way to get into the real estate market through the back door. No credit and no loans needed. This method isn't commonly taught, and therefore the competition is very low, for now. Put together a 14-hour info-packed course which will teach you everything you'll need to know to get started. Learn at your own pace, step-by-step guided video and aids to start you on the TLC deed investment process. The course offers many learning tools for new investors, helping ensure you safely invest in tax liens and deeds. Contact us today and join the buyback team.